Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and today I'm going to give you my 5 reasons that I believe XRP is going to go to between $10 and $15 in 2018. I've watched a lot of these people who made these same kind of predictions around last January after the market had started to fall off. I saw all these people come out with these articles about how they thought XRP would go from $10 to $15, and as time has gone by, they have all those articles have disappeared, and those people have not stood by what their prediction was. Well, I stand by my prediction for a very simple reason, and that is, and I'm going to give you the 5 top reasons right now, but nothing has changed. Nothing's changed in terms of what's coming for XRP, what's coming for Ripple. Not one thing has changed. In fact, there's been even more and more good news that's come out over the last 10 months. The only thing that's changed is people's mentality. My mentality does not change without evidence where it shows me that it needs to change. And I have seen nothing except good things that are happening and are in the plans to happen, both for XRP and for crypto in general. But I'm going to give you my 5 reasons that I know we're going to big places before 2018's out. The first one, and I'm showing you here on the screen, is at BankXRP. You need to follow, if you don't follow him on Twitter already, at BankXRP. He put this tweet up today, and it's about a large amount of XRP that was seen on Binance today, 1.011 billion XRP on Binance. And I think the theory is here that Binance is about to make XRP a base trading pair. For those of you that don't understand what that means, a lot of us that have been in this space for a long time realize and know that Bitcoin has had the benefit of being one of the main trading pairs on almost every platform that there is from the very beginning. A huge part of the reason that Bitcoin is even where it is in terms of market cap is only because of that first mover advantage, and they made Bitcoin. In other words, you had to go through Bitcoin to buy into just about any digital asset, and Bitcoin was paired with all of the fiat currencies of the world on all these exchanges, depending on where they were. Well, that's changing right now, and a lot of these exchanges are deciding to make XRP a base trading pair so that you can go in and out through XRP instead of Bitcoin in a lot of cases. And I believe that a lot of you're going to also see more and more of these exchanges do what Bittrex and some of these others are doing, and that's using XRP for the liquidity function with XRapid, and they're going to be using XRP to move money faster, but from their exchange to wherever it's going and that type of thing. But that's reason number 1, is that I believe Binance is going to make XRP a base trading pair imminently. They also did this. There was a ranking where they ranked the cryptocurrency on Binance, and guess who got number 1? XRP. And let me give credit to this guy too. At Willy Wonka XRP, he's the one that I saw this from, and so go follow him too. He's an active XRP guy too. My reason number 2, and I've said it over and over, the backed exchange. This is the ICE, which is the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, is opening their own crypto exchange. This is where average Joe investor finally is told, okay, the water's warm, you can come in now, it's safe for you. This is where all of the people who have been afraid of digital assets until this point will finally say, okay, we can go in now. And they'll know that they can go use that backed exchange, and they're not going to have to worry about whether they're going to be told a hacker stole their digital assets. the fear will be gone. And when that fear is gone, we have had removed one of the major hurdles. I met with an attorney yesterday. This is a person who's a sophisticated person in my community. And I was asking him about what he knew about digital assets. He had never heard of XRP, which is a great thing. We are still in a place where, and I need to tell you this too. What he said to me is, he's like, well, can't you? I've heard a lot about people having that Bitcoin stuff stolen and this kind of thing. He's still on the very surface. He knows what Bitcoin is, does not know what Ripple was. He wrote down Ripple's website because I was telling him about it, but he did not know what it was. All he knows is what the news media has told people in snippets, and that's that, oh, well, hackers can steal your cryptocurrencies. Well, Bakkt, which is my number 2 reason, when it comes out, a lot of not just average Joes, but sophisticated people with decent amounts of money, they are all of a sudden going to be okay with coming in. The water is going to be nice and warm, and there's not going to be any sharks around. And they will be told, patted on the head and said, come on in. It's great now. Third reason that I believe that XRP will go to $10 to $15. The SEC is going to approve a Bitcoin ETF in some fashion. And all that the markets are going to need is just a whiff, just a smell that the SEC is finally coming to its senses. And we've seen several articles and different news pieces over the last couple of weeks. The SEC was reconvening to take a second look at one of the ETFs a week or so ago. One of the officials at the SEC had come out, I believe her name was Hester Pierce, had come out and told them they needed to get out of their helicopters and come really take a look at what's going on with cryptocurrencies, and really kind of scolding them. So I believe that somewhere in the next, I think they had put the decision off to somewhere in September. I believe that somewhere imminently there's going to be a switch flipped with the SEC. You're going to see them come out, and they may just do a soft approval of one ETF, but that's going to be the signal. The fourth reason, and many of you may hate at this point Coinbase, a lot of you do. It's not relevant though what you think about Coinbase. Coinbase is still a major player. They are a major player. Now they're losing their major player status the longer that they hold out on listing digital assets like XRP. But I think the leadership at Coinbase has been brought to their senses. Earlier, or this past week, they were on CNBC Fast Money saying that they're going to start approving more digital assets. And I think they halfway kind of acknowledge that it's a competition thing. They're getting their you know what handed to them by the Binances of the world, and they have to compete or they're going to be left behind, and they know it. Coinbase, this is my call. Coinbase is going to add XRP. Whether that has a huge factor on the market, on the increase in price of XRP, is not really as relevant as that in combination with these other things that I'm talking about. Because that Coinbase addition in combination with the other 4 things that I'm talking about today is going to be a deadly uppercut. And I'm telling you, that's all of this is going to converge together. The fifth thing, and this is one that I think a lot of people missed from yesterday. This is what Ripple came out with yesterday about XRapid, and everybody's like, well, and I think I saw DM Logic. He had correctly said that we had a run up. We went up 100% or the week before last with XRP, and I think he was correct in saying that run up was a direct result of people buying ahead of thinking there was going to be an XRapid announcement. But that does not mean that XRapid actually went live in conjunction with this advertisement. I've told you on this channel before, words mean things. When people say certain words, I remember when back when I was younger and I was dating, the words you never wanted to hear from a girl was that we need to talk, because we need to talk had a specific meaning. We need to talk meant that this thing is over. Okay. And so you didn't ever want to hear those words, but words mean things. And so I went back to this announcement that Ripple put out, and I went back and read the words of this announcement. And I'm going to read you the words. And remember, there were 3 companies that they said are going live with XRapid: Mercury FX, Qualix, and then the other one was Catalyst Corporate Federal Credit Union. Well, here's what they said. First of all, the article said that these companies would be moving into production. Okay, here's what it said about Mercury FX. It says Mercury FX will deploy XRapid in Europe to Mexico corridor. It doesn't say Mercury FX has deployed or is deploying or deployed today. It says Mercury FX will deploy XRapid in Europe, in the Europe to Mexico corridor. Then let's go to Qualix. I think I'm saying that right. Qualix. Then it said Qualix will use its financial services platforms, Paylix and Qualit, to provide a better customer experience for individuals and families sending money home. It does not say Qualix is using its financial services platforms, Paylix and Qualit, to provide a better customer experience for individuals and families sending money home. It says Qualix will use its financial services platforms. In other words, these companies, the way I read all of these, when you really read it the right way, the way that it's worded, the way that the words are meant to be read, it doesn't mean that they're in production yet even. And even if they were in production right this second, it doesn't mean that they're in full-blown production. It doesn't mean that you would even notice it yet. It's a thing that's probably going to build over time, the volume and the liquidity. But finally, let's read about the Catalyst Corporate Federal Credit Union. It says, Catalyst Corporate Federal Credit Union, a wholesale cooperative financial institution that serves more than 1,400 member client credit unions throughout the United States, which is huge in itself. It says, will use XRapid on behalf of their members. Not is using today. Will use XRapid on behalf of their members to create a new cross-border payment service. Then they went further. This is a quote. We have signed a production contract and are currently building out our plan, says Brad Gainey, Senior Vice President and COO of Catalyst Corporate Federal Credit Union. Let me read that again. We have signed a production contract and we are currently building out our plan. I mean, he tells you point blank. You know for a fact that Catalyst is not using XRapid yet. They're building out their plan and they've got the production contract. They're going to, but they're not right now. And so I tell you all that to give you my 5th reason. XRapid will slowly begin to increase its usage, and these companies will begin to come online, and other companies will be added to the mix, probably monthly going forward. And as that happens, and as you see the price begin to stabilize at higher and higher levels, and the liquidity and the money start flowing through more and more and more, and more companies added to it, you better believe with that back stock exchange being, or crypto exchange being open, and all of Fidelity's coming online, and NASDAQ, and all the existing exchanges like Binance, you better believe that the speculative interest in XRP will go completely ape in conjunction with that. Because don't forget, XRP is the only digital asset in the history of the world that is being used in real commercial use. Period. It's the first and the only as of right now. There will be more, but as of right now, it's XRP. So go ahead and stamp it. If you're ready to get your XRP tattoo, you might want to go ahead and get it, because it's the one. Always has been. It's the greatest digital asset ever created. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. I want you to please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that if they're not listening to the digital asset investor, that they need to get off of their rear end and start. Thank you.